My friends, welcome to exercise 81 in my 200 3D models in FreeCAD series. Today, I want to work on this semi-complex model, and I plan to use a couple different workbenches to accomplish this goal. Now, because there will be multiple workbenches into play in this object, I want to start working with part workbench as opposed to part design. So part, I'm sure there will not be any compatibility issue if there comes any. So I want to set this center at this big circular hole area right here, and that's all about image processing. Now I want to start sketching on XY plane. That's where this image is, and I want to do the boundary only. So let's not worry about the inside holes right now. Just want to draw the boundaries first. So now that the boundary is drawn, let's go ahead and then apply some constraint. All the lines are connected tangentially. I'm gonna go ahead and then apply a tangential constraint at every joint. Now these three arcs will be same diameter, and which is diameter 40. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And also let's put these two on horizontal plane. And the distance between these two is given as 65. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And also it says this is 45 millimeter away from the center. So that part is done. This point is 100 millimeter above the center. So that is another one taken care of. We have two more degrees of freedom. One of them is the radius of this, which is diameter 55. So 55 divided by 2 would be the radius. And radius of this big arc is given as 98. So that's our outer boundary. We got that one. I'm gonna go ahead and change this case name as boundary. And I want to pull it up for this thickness, which is 30 minus 10, that is 20. Right, and I'm gonna go ahead and say boundary. Let's hide that for a moment. I intend to use the connect tool in this object to build these holes and these raised portions. So let's go ahead build those using tubes. The first thing I want to do is build this outside one, which is outside diameter is 55, so radius would be 55 divided by 2. And then inside diameter, I think the inside diameter is given as 20 here, so the radius would be 10. And the height, it would be 30. There, so we got that big kind of whole area taken care of. We'll take care of these 4 holes later on. Let's work with these 2 tubes. So another tube into play, and this outside diameter would be 40, which is radius 20, and inside radius would be 15, and height would be 30 as well. We got this one here, and I have to move that up there, so we can do that from here. In this placement position, we know that in y direction it goes 100 millimeter above, and in horizontal direction it will come this point, which is 45 millimeter on the negative side on x side, so minus 45 there. So we placed that one there. Now let's take this one and then do the same thing, which would be a clone tool. So for if you are watching this video in this series for the first time, I show in a previous video, I'll show this, I'll provide this link in the description of this video, but there is a trick where I can import different tools in part workbench. So here I have sketch. slice apart, and I have clone tool from draft. As you can see from here, I can take that, I can select the tube and clone it. So that's like just copy and pasting it, and I want to move that away 20 millimeter this way. There. So we have 3 tubes. Okay, let's take this mesh away. Yeah, we don't need the mesh. Alright, so we have 3 tubes, and I want to make them one body. So let's make that union, and I'll say tubes. Let's bring back our boundary, and now I want to use the connect tool to have this the way it is there. So make all those holes in the inside. So take the boundary and tube. So select these two and come here and say connect object. That will take care of the merging and deleting the inside part. Now we have one object, but we'll have to have these 4 holes at this lower revolver kind of thing. So let's go ahead and make that. I want to do that. So I'm gonna hide this for a moment, and I'll bring in a cylinder. Right, this cylinder is 30 millimeter in height, and in radius it is 6 millimeter in radius. I want to move that to one of these positions, which is so 38 millimeter diameter circular area. I want to push that 38 divided by 2 millimeter here. Now that we have our cylinder, I want to do a polar pattern on this to make sure we have 4 of these replications. And I brought in this tool from draft workbench. So if you don't have it here, what you can do is go to draft workbench, right? And there in the array tool for like drafting, and in the modification tab in array tools, there is polar array. We can select that and then come here and say I want to make total 4 replications. So there I want to make 4 replications, and then I want to select the center of rotation, which is, so this would be the center of rotation, which is, we know that it is 0 0 0. So let's go ahead and make that 0 and press tab, come to the next one, 0 and 0, and then say reset point. So we specify the center, which is 0 0 0, and then that replicates the whole thing. We can do the same thing from lattice 2 workbench, which is also another add-on that you can work on. But if you don't have a draft workbench, works just fine. So we have the 4 array tools. Now we can bring back our original body that we worked on previously. Select that first. Let's go back to the part workbench. So select the connect first, and then select the array tool, that 4 holes that we did second, and come here and say make a cut. With this, whatever we selected first will remain, whatever we selected second will be cut away. And that's our object. That is our object. I hope you liked this process. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.